When his girlfriend is kidnapped by an aging supervillain, Noah and his roommate Cody must unite a team of unorthodox superpowered citizens to not only rescue the girl, but stop the villain's plans of world domination. In Nobody's Hero, the latest novel from your boy Crypto Comics and the Lost Library. Available right now in digital and print form on Amazon.com.
Hello, all you beautiful people in Webtown, and welcome back to Crypto Comics. You didn't think I was going to let Image Comics Appreciation Month go by without talking about Whilce Portacio and Wetworks. This one, people have been requesting for a long time. The Crypto Knights have been begging for us to review Wetworks, just like they were begging for us to review the Cybernary. And so, hey, guess what? That's what we're here to do. We're here to review the things you love and I love, namely Image Comics. Oh, man, this is super sad again. You know, during that Cybernary review, we talked about the untimely demise of the artist and creator Nick Manabat. Now we're going to talk about the untimely release of Wetworks, which was supposed to be one of the original Image Comics titles. Whilce Portacio, one of the original Image Comics founders, who had to take time away because of his sister's untimely demise. This was released in June of 1994, and you know me, I always like to see what was going on in the creator's life at that moment in time. That's the best part about the floppies. That's why I don't buy the trade paperbacks, because you don't get this right here. Dear friends, to say the least, the past year and a half has seemed a lifetime. It's still very hard to look back on it and make any kind of sense from it. But I guess that's just how life is. It happens, you cry, and then you go on. I was young, lucky in life, and successful, and therefore took life and the life of those around me for granted. Sure, my sister had a disease that was incurable, yet compared to her first year with the disease, her fourth year was easy and strong. She was fighting it and regaining her well-loved beauty. She was fighting and winning. Her cherished smile was coming back to her face to replace the drug-induced weariness she was forced to wear. I was able to slightly pull down the mantle of older brother of being in charge, of fending away all the negative distractions she was faced with, and once again let her start to comfort me and my petty problems. And at that instant, it seemed she was taken away. I sometimes still look around my house and expect to see and feel that warm and familiar presence come through my front door at 5 o'clock sharp. I miss her easy laughter, which made you feel so silly for taking life so seriously. I miss those eyes that were full of understanding and quick to cry, whether tears of laughter or tears of pain. I miss her emotional and instant reaction to life. Whether she was right or wrong, you knew she was sincere. I miss her sometimes stubborn need to make everyone happy, even when she was not physically capable of it. Most of all, I miss her smile, which even in death she wore easily and comfortingly on her beautiful face. I miss you, Jem. Look around you and recognize and cherish those around you. They are not perfect, yet neither are you. Love them for what they can give you, not for what you want them to give you. And most of all, give what you can now, because like myself, I have learned that tomorrow can be very far away indeed. Peace. Whilce. And here we see the tragedy of mortal life, displayed once again. And he has a PS in here where he thanks a lot of people. But what we want to talk about next is the PS, the postscript. Here it is. All 3 issues are finished. The first you hold in your hands. This book was conceived of in 3 parts. The first 3 issues, the origin, from well-trained humans to well-trained invincible humans. Then the next 6 issues, the symbiosis, from invincible humans to superheroes. Then the series goes on as a traditional superhero comic book. Brandon Choi and I wanted to do this so that you could walk in their shoes as they become superheroes. So that when they became superheroes, they would have a history, you would know them and understand them, and hopefully enjoy the rest of the series even more. The first issue is before you. Read, experience, and hopefully enjoy. And I am going to not read this whole thing because it's written by Brandon Choi, and Brandon Choi really likes to write. Brandon Choi wrote a lot of comics for Jim Lee, and he wrote everything. I think this guy pretty much wrote everything in the Wildstorm universe when it was at Image.
And it's all very lengthy. It's amazing how prolific of a writer he was. I'm shocked that he did not go into writing books because he really likes to write. And it's like this elite fighting team from IO. We've discussed IO in the past. We're talking about Wildcats. We're talking about Gen 13. We're talking about the whole Wildstorm universe here. And we get introduced to these characters who are, honestly, I think, fairly one-dimensional. But they do have some good banter back and forth here in the opening pages there. That's for sure. This is Miles Craven, the head of IO. Admiral Halsey, I don't understand why you insist upon constantly irritating me with your trivial demands.
The people in Team 7 are under my command, Craven. My sources tell me there's more to this mission than just a group of ethnic nationalists hell-bent on a biological terror campaign. If Colonel Dane and his team are going to put their lives on the line, they should at least know what they're going up against. My people are entitled to that much.
Admiral, the members of Team 7 are paid to put their lives on the line and to die if necessary. That's their job. But if it's some greater meaning you wish for their deaths, then take a look at your monitor. There you'll see the true nature of this mission and of its importance to us all. That is the enemy we must exterminate.
Good Lord! I never imagined. You're right, Craven. Certain sacrifices must be made for the greater good.
Mother 1 data log. I monitor Team 7's progress as it halo jumps into the drop zone. That's a high altitude, low opening jump. Colonel Dane's team is exceptionally well trained, better than I expected. Each member of the unit hits the ground on the run and ready for action. The team quickly divides into pairs, and they go in here to fight.
What do you got, Pilgrim?
Well, Colonel, the good news is the security sensors have been neutralized. Bad news is somebody else beat me to them.
Sounds like she's been hanging around Jester again, Dane. We all make our mistakes, Grail. Mine may have been agreeing to go on this mission. There was nothing in the intel reports about anyone else operating in the area. Whoever it is knows what they were doing, Skipper. These defense systems look like they could have held off an entire battalion. Proceed with caution, Flat Top. We're at the front door, Colonel. The area appears clean. Looks like someone's expecting us. The door's open. Then let's not keep them waiting.
Oh, what's that smell?
I suspect it's the remains of what was supposed to be our welcoming party, Claymore. The guards have been burnt to a cinder. Whoever came through here is packing some heavy firepower. Crossbone's right, sir. It's bigger than anything we've got. I'd love to get my hands on one of them.
Hey, Flat Top, you ought to get a real kick out of this.
Someone or something has cut through 8 feet of solid bedrock to help us get into the main lab. Someone's jerking us around, Colonel. What was that?
Sir, all demolition charges have just been activated. This one's set to go off in 10 minutes. The others have an additional 3-minute delay.
Then we better get in there and finish the job.
Hey, what's all this?
You tell me. You're the medical specialist, Pilgrim.
The virus is supposed to be contained in a mobile stasis pod. Hope these guys didn't buy in bulk.
Wait a second, there's something about this yellow stuff.
Heads up, Dane. I think we got company. I'm picking up blips on the scanner. Can't fix a location, but it's definitely not one of us.
I know I've seen it before, but where?
You can worry about that later, Claymore. Right now, I want everybody's headset offline. We're going silent on the rest of this mission, and to hell with IO Command. Someone's gone to a lot of trouble to put us through our paces, and I'm getting real tired of being a rat in a maze. Pilgrim, plant the charges so we can get the hell out of here. It's time I had a real heart-to-heart with Lynch and Craven. I got it, Colonel. I remember now. It was in last month's issue of Popular Biology. This isn't a biological warfare agent at all. It's cutting-edge biotechnology, a biometalloid compound saturated and controlled by nanotech wetware. Somebody here's actually succeeded in creating a non-carbon-based life form, sir. Hey, you're a regular Mr. Wizard, Clay. Looks like the one in this tube's taking a shine to you. This is incredible. That's it, my inquisitive little friend. Just a little bit closer. Sing him! Scratch! Watch it! Incoming! Holy sh... Get off me! Okay, so this is like freaking
you know, the Matrix is invading his body, right? We've all seen that happen now.
Shooter's long gone, sir. Must have been that anomaly I was picking up earlier. Is the kid gonna live, Pilgrim?
Claymore's still moving, so at least we know it isn't contact lethal.
That could mean it needs Claymore alive. Maybe it's some sort of parasite. Problem is, this stuff has encased his entire body. He's gonna die if he can't breathe. Fight it, Claymore. If this thing is trying to become a part of you, maybe you can find a way to control it. Are you listening to me, Claymore? Yes!
Meanwhile,
Colonel Dane, we've got 2 natives crashing the party. By the sacred bloodstone, the humans are still here. They must have come back for the remaining symbiotes.
then tonight the Night Tribe shall feast upon their infidel blood. Okay. Great. Whoever that is.
Gunfire!
And he just like is hacking people up, right? They're hacking, they're killing him.
He's not dead. I gutted him like a fish. He should have died instantly, but he just won't. Okay, that got him.
Had to cut his heart out though.
Ugh.
What about your guy, Flat Top?
They're tough, all right, sir. Mine kept struggling even after I broke his neck, so I chopped his freaking head off. That did the trick.
These aren't a bunch of podunk nationalist soldiers, Colonel. I'm not sure they're even human.
Damn you, Craven. Not again. Everyone prep for immediate evac. We're dumping the charges and leaving now.
That might not be so easy, sir.
They're coming. Looks like we got more company. Of course, company's gonna be the least of our problems if we're still here when those charges go off. That narrows our list of options. Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way out, Colonel.
Then it'll be a hell of a fight, Crossbone. My scanner's picking up multiple hostiles. Let's go, let's fight. And then down the corridor.
Kill him, my brothers! He must not escape with the symbiote! This biometalloid compound is incredible! But the human will not fall! It's like having a suit of armor for a second skin! I feel as though it's reading my mind and working with my body, making me stronger and faster than ever before.
The suit protects him.
Our only chance is to overwhelm the symbiote's power. Yeah, this is great, Colonel. Colonel Dane? Chester? Pilgrim? Is anybody there? Boom! The demolition charges. Oh my god. The others never made it out. Whoa.
Or did they? Wishful thinking, buddy. You're not getting rid of us that easy.
Chester?
In the shiny new flesh. You see, the Colonel came up with a last-minute idea to blast out the rest of these symbiotes. So what do you think? Is gold my color? And they just tear him to shreds, right? I don't really care for how this was done at all. I would have liked to seen a big fat panel with a big fat explosion. I would have liked to seen them getting freaking drenched in the gold goo rather than just show up. And then why are they all naked? And how come the guys don't have schlongs? What happened to their schlongs? I don't understand. Where'd her nips go? It's just gone. I guess I can understand the gold's covering her up, but like them, like, did it create underwear first for them and like suck their manhood into them? I don't know. What's going on here? And Craven, of course, is a friggin' maniac, losing his mind, totally unfit to be in charge of any government agency. But, you know, he's a psychopath, so of course he has a job in government. And he sends in this awful gunship here to friggin' kill all of them.
Gunship Alpha, this is IO Control. Mother 1, you are hereby ordered to sweep and clear Sector 31. This area is to be scorched earth and rendered morbid. Do you copy?
Roger, IO Control. We are proceeding as ordered. This Colonel Dane and his team are quite daring and resourceful. They've proven that by the speed with which they've taken out IO's cleaner units. Unfortunately, there's still no match for the gunship's firepower, even with the protection of the symbiotes. It would take a miracle for them to survive.
Saw gunships?
That's Special Operations Group gunships.
Looks like SOCOM doesn't want any witnesses from the mission, people. Why, Colonel? Nobody would have believed us anyway. Tactical report, Lieutenant Fernandez. Gunships Bravo and Charlie are forming up on us to establish a skirmish line.
So they're just, you know, gonna take them all out, right? And you're getting a big fight, and it's like, this is the chick, right? This is her, right? Pilgrim? That's Pilgrim? I can tell by her purple hair. Purple hair? No, it's not, though. It turns out, no, it's not. This is Mother 1. So, like, how was I even supposed to tell the difference? I really don't get it.
why she has purple hair there, and then doesn't have purple hair, and then wolves show up, and that's when I pretty much checked out of this comic book, was when there were wolves in the next issue. There's something really wonky going on in the Wildstorm universe that I don't like. I think that the whole thing with like special operations, military guys like getting golden suits of nanotech armor, that's cool. But then they're gonna fight like horror villains? And this is kind of like the same thing that happened with Deathblow, right? Like we got into the vampires, and I just, man, that just doesn't feel right to me, you know? Like, what do I need Deathblow and Wetworks for when I have Hellboy and Abe Sapien? Like, isn't that really supposed to be the government bureau that's dealing with these things? Like, I don't know. This is all left out of left field to me. And I just don't care for it. And I'm sure a lot of the Wetworks fans out there are just like, what are you talking about? You don't like this? No, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't want anything to do with it. Look at that. I'm not interested in this in any way, shape, or form. That is so weird that it's taking this turn. I don't understand why. Oh, we've done that one. That's a good one. I never cared for Wildcats animated series. Basically, like, honestly, truthfully, Wildcats and Gen 13. Those are the only parts of the Wildstorm universe I actually care about. But I don't care about this Wildcats animated series. Just the original comic book, which looked way better than a cartoon. Man, you know, and then they did the Max on MTV, and you're just like, wow, if they would have just done that for all the Image comics. And same with like Spawn, right? That was, even the Spawn HBO cartoon was better than this. Ugh. Same with the Savage Dragon one. This is no bueno, Holmes. Love this design. This is beautiful. There we go. Oh, there he is, young Jim. So, I'm glad we were finally able to get to this here on Crypto Comics as part of Image Comics Appreciation Month, because I was long overdue in reading this. I never read it as a kid. It didn't really appeal to me. They all look the same. You know, it's not unique enough. How come they're not all different colors, like Metal Men? That would have been fun. You could have like a gold guy and a gold chick, and a silver guy and a silver chick, and then like bronze or copper. Yeah, there's something there. It's a good idea. It's just the execution I don't really care for, because it's all just so uniform looking. I mean, this guy, at least I can tell him apart because he's got this thing on, but not really anybody else. And her, she has breasts, so I know what she is. At least I did in the 90s. So, I hate to disappoint, but I'm not going to be talking about Wetworks in the future. So, this has been an interesting look at Whilce Portacio's Wetworks issue number 1 from Image Comics. Not necessarily my cup of tea, but I wanted to cover it for all the beautiful people in Webtown who've been asking for it for some time now. Now, if you like the videos I make, don't be afraid to hit that thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe, hit that ding dong for notifications. Then, go to enterthelostlibrary.com and pick up any of my wonderful books. Released most recently is Nobody's Hero, a hysterical superhero novel that will keep you laughing from cover to cover. It is all about life as a normal guy living in a world full of superhero celebrities. So check it out at enterthelostlibrary.com, where you will find all of the titles contained in the Lost Library thus far, and also links to pick them up in digital or print form on Amazon.com. Now, I will be back next time here on Crypto Comics, as we sadly, it's very unfortunate, but next time on Crypto Comics, it's the conclusion of Image Comics Appreciation Month. But I promise we are going to go out with a bang. So I will see you then, right back here on Crypto Comics.